Hey, welcome to all of my dear friends. Let's talk about dear friends in a minute. Welcome to PLD Projects. Welcome to Crown Jewels, a journey through Queen. I am your host, PLD, and I'm taking you on this journey through Queen's catalog as well as the catalog of Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon. We listen to each song and each version of each song to determine which is the crown jewel version. We also determine if that song can slide into my top 10 or not. And of course, we give you some notes and quotes and some history on the track. Of course, because every song is different, every podcast length will be different. And you'll notice this is a much shorter episode than last week's episode. Last week's episode, we dove into Stone Cold Crazy. We had an interview with Mike Deacon. We also had many tracks to listen to, many live versions, many alternative versions, many remix versions. With this week, it's not quite so prolific. In fact, spoiler alert, we have one version to listen to. We just have the album version. There are no unreleased versions. There are no alternative versions. There are no live versions. That's it. So I guess that's another spoiler that the crown jewel version of Dear Friends is in fact the album version because that's all we got. So we can still talk about a little bit of history, a little bit of notes and quotes, and we can see where it ranks. So first off, let's get into it. If you've never been here before, please hit that like, hit that subscribe if you want more of this, more of Queen, and more of movies. We do a lot of different movie stuff on this channel as well. And we have a Star Wars podcast as well. If you're into Star Wars, every week we have Holy Snopes, a great Star Wars podcast. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We have a modest goal of 500 subscribers on YouTube. We are looking to hit that goal. If you can help us there, very, very appreciative. All right, let's go into the notes and quotes section. Written by Brian May. It features Freddie Mercury on lead and backing vocals and Brian May on piano. And that's it. That's right. First song that only has Freddie and Brian on it. No Roger, no John. It's a very short and sweet piano ballad. It lasts a little bit over 1 minute. And again, like I said, it was never performed live. The only other interesting note I can give you is that when George Michael released Five Live, an EP, which was anchored by his performance at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, he performed Somebody to Love. He also performed These the Days of Our Lives with Lisa Stansfield and also performed in 39. He released live performances on an EP with a couple different live performances from his own tours. And then the last track on the EP was this Soul Queen track. So the EP was Queen plus George Michael, and we had a Freddie Mercury track to go out on. The one quote we do have about this track was from Freddie Mercury, a short and sweet quote in an interview with Kenny Everett from 1976. It's written by Brian. I've done the vocals on it, but Brian wrote this lovely tune. He's very versatile. And it's true. It's true. Brian is very versatile. We're used to hearing these big, bombastic tunes from Brian. Very layered, very thick sounding, very orchestrated. This is a piano and a voice, showing that Brian May has that in him as well. But that's the notes and quotes. Right now, I want you to go to that description. I want you to hit pause on this podcast, click on that YouTube link in the description, listen for 1 minute and 7 seconds, come back, and we will talk about it. Do so now.
So, dear friends, your love is gone.
And we are back. And not a whole lot to talk about, right? What can you talk about when it comes to a minute plus long song? It's two small, quiet verses, refrains. Right into it, a simple piano plunking and a sweet Freddie vocal singing some very nice lyrics. The second verse, we do get that great Freddie choir of background oohs, which add a great layer to it, giving it that depth that Queen songs have. What great lyrics. I love these lyrics. Some of my favorite Brian lyrics there. It's the second verse especially. Go to sleep and dream again. Soon your hopes will rise, and then from all this gloom, life can start anew, and there'll be no crying soon. And then ends a nice little piano. Doom. It's a beautiful track. It's really a sweet, sweet track. Again, there's not much to it, but it's very beautiful. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about this track. Do you like it? Is it too small? Is it nice? Is it a nice short length? It's like short and sweet in and out. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. And there you have it. That's the crown jewel portion of the podcast. We now move on to rating it. And we rate it on a scale of 1 to 11 because we always turn it up to 11 here on PLD Projects. This is a tough one to rate, I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me would rate it like a 5 or a 6 because it's very short. It's very small. How can I really rate it as a great masterpiece of a song when it's only a minute plus? So part of me wants to rate it an 11 because it does exactly what it sets out to do. So how can I penalize it for doing exactly what it's supposed to do? I do love the lyrics. I do love Freddie's vocals. I love Freddie's backing vocals. I think the piano part is simply sublime. It's exactly what it wants to be. So I think I will lean towards the good side, and I'm going to give it a 9. Giving it a 9, it does not slide into my top 10, which feels fair. It does not feel like it would be, it would feel very strange to me to have this in my top 10 Queen songs of all time when it is such a simple track. But it is very good. It is very beautiful. And I wouldn't be shocked to see some people really loving it. So again, let me know what you think about it. That's what I want. I want to know what you think about it. But that's where we are. Again, no top 10. So that's where we're going to end it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us again on PLD Projects and on Crown Jewels. If you want more of this, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, join us weekly. If you want to help us even further, join the Patreon, patreon.com/PLD Projects. Join such great patrons as Allison Salamoni, Brandon Buckingham, Jeff Alterman, John Lastrina, and a bunch of others who are keeping the lights on, keeping it going for us. Really appreciate that. I have a great Facebook chat going with this group and some extra content as well, and some hangouts and things of that nature. We also have, again, great movie podcast, Two Mediocre White Dudes on Film, Class Action. We have Holy Snokes, a Star Wars podcast, and more is coming. So please, this is the time to join up and help us hit that goal of 500 subscribers. Great to see you. Otherwise, stay safe, everybody out there. Keep rocking. God save the Queen.